That is why you'll find many people throughout history, one verse in the Holy Quran gave them iman and they embraced the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Amy Nelson, she converted to the religion of Islam. She was asked, what is it that encouraged you to convert to the religion of Islam? She said, if I want to pinpoint one verse in the Holy Quran, it's that verse in Surah Al-Dhariyat, in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about expanding the universe. وَالسَّمَاءَ بَنَيْنَاهَا بِأَيْدٍ وَإِنَّا لَمُوسِعُونَ. And we have created this universe and we're constantly expanding. Allah is expanding the universe. She said, this verse made me convert to the religion of Islam. Because I thought to myself, how is it that a man who was not educated in the deserts of Arabia in the 6th century, how would he know this? How would he have access to this knowledge? And she says, whenever I feel like my faith is low and I'm having some doubts, I just read this verse. I know God exists. He has a system. He has a plan. And He's constantly expanding the universe. One verse can change a person's life and give them iman. That's the healing that the Holy Quran can bring to your heart. Another convert to the religion of Islam, Zayn Ali, that's his Muslim name, when he was asked, what made you convert to the religion of Islam? He said the last verse of Surah Al-Rahman. What's the last verse of Surah Al-Rahman? تَبَارَكَ اسْمُ رَبِّكَ ذِي الْجَلَالِ وَالْإِكْرَامِ. Allah. Exalted, blessed is the name of your Lord, the owner of majesty, the owner of loftiness. He says this verse in itself reminded me that Allah is speaking here. I felt the words of God in this verse. We read this verse, it's such a normal verse for us, but it can make a person embrace the path of Islam. تَبَارَكَ اسْمُ رَبِّكَ ذِي الْجَلَالِ وَالْإِكْرَامِ. You feel the power, the majesty, the fakhama in this amazing verse. Subhanallah. Another convert, he's from Korea. His name is Daud Kim. When he was asked why he embraced the religion of Islam, he mentioned a few verses. One of them is this verse. He says, I was getting depressed in my life. People close to me betray me. I always lived with the fear that my loved ones one day could betray me. I lived with this constant fear. What if they leave me? What if they are not there for me? When I die, where am I going to go? What's going to happen to my destiny? He says, until finally I saw the light in this verse in the Holy Quran. وَهُوَ مَعَكُمْ أَيْنَمَا كُنْتُمْ. And Allah is with you wherever you are. He says, this verse led me to the religion of Islam. It reminded me that I have a loving, merciful Lord who's always with me, who's always present with me. If people betray me, so what? If people abandon me, that's fine. I have Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Who cares? I have the King of the universe. Do I care if someone leaves me? When you have Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when you have the source of all power and all richness and all blessings in life, who cares if someone leaves you? Imagine you become friends with a multi-billionaire and he tells you, I'll give you $1 billion. And then your friend tells you, you know what? We agreed that I will give you $20 a week. I'm not going to give you that anymore. It's like, Ammi Ruh, go, get out of my face. You think I care about your $20? I have a friend who's giving me $1 billion now. He said, this verse comforted me and I found my path in the religion of Islam. Another verse, interestingly, he says, another verse that made me convert is the following verse. He says, I would plan everything in my life, my university, my job, things that I would like to buy. I would plan them. But sometimes our plans don't go as we expect them to go. He says, that would frustrate me. I planned so hard, but I'm not getting what I desire. He says, then I read this verse in the Holy Quran. وَيَمْكُرُونَ وَيَمْكُرُ اللَّهُ وَاللَّهُ خَيْرُ الْمَاكِرِينَ. They plan and Allah plans, and Allah is the best of planners. I realized my Lord is the best of planners. What's good, He will give it to me. There's someone higher than me, wiser than me, stronger than me, who's planning for me. He said, that gave me peace in my heart like nothing else in the world could give me peace. One verse in the Holy Quran has the power to heal you from disbelief. That's the power of the Quran. Read the Quran with this mindset. Now here's a very interesting one. Hamza Myatt from the UK. This one's very interesting. You'd never think someone would become Muslim from this ayah. Hamza Myatt, Hamza of course is his Muslim name. Hamza says, one day I met a Muslim lady and she invited me to believe in God, to believe in the religion of Islam. He says, I started to mock her. I told her, no, I will not believe in God. And what will happen if I don't believe in God? What is he going to do to me? He will take me to the fire of hell and burn me? Okay, let him burn me. My skin will burn, and then it will become desensitized to pain, and then I won't feel anything. Big deal. Let him burn me all he wants. She told me, stop, no. My Lord has something to say about the example that you gave. And she read for him Surah An-Nisa, verse 56, subhanallah. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا بِآيَاتِنَا, those who disbelieve in our signs, سَوْفَ نُصْلِيهِمْ نَارًا, we shall burn them in a fire. كُلَّمَا نَضِجَتْ جُلُودُهُمْ بَدَّلْنَاهُمْ جُلُودًا غَيْرَهَا. Whenever their skin burns, we make new skin grow for them, so they taste the pain. لِيَذُوقُوا الْعَذَابِ. He says, this lady recited this verse for me. I told her, so what if I get burned in hell? My skin is going to be burned. I won't have any nerves to feel the pain. She read this verse for me. I began to shake. I said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Allahumma salli ala. Would you ever think this verse makes someone Muslim? Subhanallah. Some people today say, why should we read these verses about adhab and punishment on the day of judgment? Allah is wise. Allah knows what works with a human being. Sometimes a verse like that will invite someone to the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.